Now, after a survey, you know that there's mandatory training that we have to get done. And if you're still using a pen and paper to track your training, I'm going to show you a much easier way to do it. I have an Excel sheet that will allow you to track every single staff member's training in your building, and will give you a very cool dashboard like you see behind me that will allow you to know where you stand on your completion rate at all times. Let's take a look at that sheet. So as you can see here, this is our beautiful dashboard. It will show you the total number of assigned employees, how many employees have completed the training, how many are pending, and what the completion rate is. Now, before I dive into the dashboard, I want to show you where the information carries over from. And yes, right now it's only showing it's assigned to 10 employees, but you will see that update. So the first thing we do is go to the training tracker itself. And this is where you enter in all your trainings for the entire building. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Courtney, I'm not trying to type in 200 names in this section. And the great thing is that you don't have to. What I always recommend is going to your HR department, asking them for the most up-to-date list of employees in your building. And I ask them to sort that list in an Excel or CSV file with the information exactly laid out in my spreadsheet. Last name, first name, department, and shift title. So let's pretend we already went to our HR department. They sent me this file. And all I have to do now is I'm going to copy all my employees. I'm going to right click, and I'm just going to go in and paste the names in. Okay. And now, as you can see, all of my names are quickly over here, right? I didn't have to type each one of them in. So now I've been able to pull all of the names over. Now I'm simply going to take this information, compliance, annual training, the 2 hours, and pending. I'm simply going to copy that. I'm going to highlight all the cells that I want to put that information in. And I'm going to paste it. And just like that, we have already updated all of our employees and we have already assigned them the trainings. Now, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to put this in a pending status under completion and pending again. So now you can see all of these are red. So anytime you would have a mandatory training that needs to be done, what I would do is get that updated list from HR, assign them the category and the training title, the number of hours attached to it, and just put everybody in a pending status. Now let me show you how this affects our training dashboard. So now you can see there's 155 people in our building that have been assigned to this training. Now, the great thing about this is when you're initially assigning it, you can very easily compare your updated list from HR to the number of total employees, compare it to your dashboard, and you know you have every single person you need on this list. And you can see everyone is pending, no one is completed, and the completion rate is 0. Now, as I go back to my training tracker, you'll see that you have additional information you can enter here, like the date the training was completed, the instructor, and the method of instruction. What I would do as people come in and they complete the training, I simply would either search for their name and where the completion is. Instead of it saying pending, I'm just going to hit completed. It turns green. And then I will record the date that the training itself was done. Instructor, and a method of instruction. And you literally would just keep going down the list as people complete their trainings. Now, I'm going to put a couple of these to complete it just randomly. Now, from this sheet, you can also filter. You can see every single column has an arrow on the side for a drop down. And if I wanted to say, hey, I don't want to see who completed the training, I only want to see who's left, I can hit that drop down box, hit select all to deselect, and then click on pending. And now the only people listed in this file now are going to be the people who still need to get the training done. If I wanted to break this down even further by department or by title, I could do that as well, because you can use as many filters as you want to use. I'm just going to clear that out for now. Okay, clear it out. And then I'm going to take you back to the dashboard to just show you how it's now updated. Now you can see on our dashboard that out of the 155 assigned, 9 people have completed the training. There's still 146 that need to be done, and my completion rate is at 6%. But I want to show you this dashboard a little bit closer. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. One thing I love about this is that it even gives you a breakdown by department and by staff title. So now you can see how many of these are assigned to each department and what each department's completion rate is. You can even look to see by job title and the breakdown. So if you wanted to look at how many CNAs were left or how many dietary aides were left, you can get the full breakdown. And this information is fully customizable. So you can enter in any job titles that you have in your building, any departments that you have in your building. It does come to you with this list pre-entered, but you can always update it and make it meet your facility as a whole. Now down here, there is a bar graph, but you'll notice our bar graph is really small. And so another thing that you can do, I'm just going to zoom it out a little bit, is this bar graph is smaller because we have a lot of space for job titles. Now, if we find we don't need this additional space for job titles, we can just highlight it, right click, hide. And you can see how this area now has been updated and it's bigger than what it was before. But the biggest thing here is you're mainly going to be looking at this particular area to get an idea of where you stand as a facility. And there you have it. Click the link below to get a copy of this tracker sheet. This compliance sheet is a 3-in-1. You get a dashboard for your facility-wide trainings, a dashboard for your CNA-focused trainings, and an Excel sheet that's completely filterable that will allow you to enter all the trainings in your building for every single employee. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.